What did the win over the Rams, the most recent one, say about Jimmy Garoppolo?
Well, last time when we beat the Rams, this year it was mainly of the Jimmy Gimmies that Kyle Shanahan gave into the hands of Jimmy Garoppolo. How he artificially built up his stats and things like that. It wasn't Jimmy Garoppolo who won that match. It was mainly the other players. Okay, there was one good pass to George Kittle on 4th down that ended in a touchdown. But this game was slightly and not so slightly different. At first, it was like, okay, we are going to do the same as we did against the Rams, and it will work. It worked until those ugly fumbles. And after that, Kyle Shanahan just gave the game ball into the hands of Nick Mullens. And last time he did it with Jimmy Garoppolo, it was a loss in the Super Bowl. And this time, when he did that with Nick Mullens, it was a win. And what I think of it is, right now, as we see the 49ers, especially after that last game, after those interviews with the players, I'm pretty sure that that team changed in a single week or in 2 weeks with the bye week, if I'm counting that. And they were like, they are getting back into that winner's mentality that they had last year. And that they couldn't get back, that they couldn't continue to have this year. And they didn't have it with Jimmy Garoppolo, but right now they have it with Nick Mullens. And actually what I think of when I'm thinking of it is, with that, I'm pretty sure if Nick Mullens and the 49ers can win the next few games, if they are going to get into the playoffs, then we just don't have to talk about the future of Jimmy Garoppolo with the 49ers anymore, because that will just tell the end of the story. No Jimmy Garoppolo next year. That's what I think of.
Yeah, I mean, look at it. Like, he just beat the Rams, Nick Mullens. If he beats the Bills, then he's got Washington and Dallas. Those look like wins. If he wins, I mean, not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but if he beats the Bills, there's a real possibility he wins 4 games in a row. Let's say Jimmy Garoppolo's quote-unquote healthy, week 16. How do you go back to Jimmy Garoppolo when Nick Mullens is coming off a 4-game winning streak? Now, that's way down the line. But these are things that could potentially happen, and this is all predicated on what happens Monday night. It's a lot at stake. Jimmy might not get another opportunity to play for this team if Nick Mullens keeps playing well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know Niner fans aren't super excited about the way some of the throws he made and how it was all Deebo Samuel, but that's what Jimmy Garoppolo does too. And I don't think the Niners are need their quarterback to make jaw-dropping athletic plays for them to feel like they can win. They just need to feel like the guy can execute Kyle's offense. As long as the guy can execute Kyle's offense, the Niners are confident. And for whatever reason, Jimmy wasn't really executing it at a high level this year. No throws down the field. I mean, Ayuk was jumping up and down, stamping his feet. He seemed frustrated. Jordan Reed seems a little frustrated with Nick Mullens right now, but Jordan Reed doesn't really matter. I mean, it's Ayuk and Deebo who matter. So they seem energized by Nick Mullens. They're going to get the ball down the field. Richie James gets the ball down the field. I don't know. I think I'm with you on that. There was something like a cloud hanging over Jimmy Garoppolo this year. He lost the Super Bowl. You know, how's he going to do? How's he going to bounce back? He's hurt. Is he? Now it's over with. Now it's like Nick Mullens. He is what he is. He's upbeat. Let's give it a shot. Let's see what we can do. It's not about Jimmy anymore. It's about us again. That's the key. It's not about Jimmy and his ankle and his feelings and his recovery and his development. It's just about us now.
Yeah, and don't forget that Nick Mullens didn't have Ayuk last week.
That's right.
He's going to have easier for Ayuk this week, and Nick Mullens loves to throw the ball downfield, as you mentioned before. And with Kyle Shanahan, they are doing that a lot of times. And we talked about it last week. I want to talk about it again. That Deebo Samuel proved himself as a receiver as well last game.
Oh, my God.
Like he did last year against the Cardinals. And I think that right now we are in a really, really good position with our wide receivers because they can do everything more than a normal wide receiver does. Okay, they are not an elite wide receiver in the 50-50 balls, but they are still, I think, close to elite.
Well,
Ayuk
might be there. I mean, Bourne can do stuff like that. You saw Deebo Samuel had one drop on a ball that was a little above him.
Yeah,
he's never going to have like a big catch radius, but everything else about him. Before we move on to the Bills game, quick question from Kevin Wang. Kevin, I went on Ronbo's show and asked him about you. He said, I stay away from Grant because he scares me with some of the things he says about Jimmy. Why won't you go on the show to debate Nick versus Jimmy? I can't go on his show. He has to invite me on his show. I've been on his show before. I like Ronbo. Ronbo, if you want to invite me, we can talk about it. If you're scared, don't invite me. If you're scared, go to church.